Listen closely, because today we start with a simple question, a small question, but a question that can change your English forever. What does your day really look like? Not the fast version, not the short version, not the I wake up, I go to work, I come home version. No, today we slow down, we breathe, we listen, and we walk through a whole day, one moment at a time, in clear, simple English that feels soft, warm, and easy in your ears. Welcome, my friend, to Super English Talks. And welcome to a story about time, habits, and the rhythm of your life. A story that will help you speak about your daily schedule in natural English, without stress, without fear, and without complicated grammar. So sit back, relax your shoulders, let your mind be open, and imagine this. It is early morning, very early. The world is still quiet. The sky is still soft and dark like a warm blanket. And somewhere inside a small room in a small apartment, a sound begins. A small sound. A gentle sound. But the sound that starts almost every day for almost every person. Beep, beep, beep. It's an alarm clock. And this is where our story begins. This morning, something feels different. Not because the room is different. The room is the same as yesterday, a bed, a window, a small desk, maybe a book or two on the chair. Not because the alarm is different. No, the alarm is the same alarm you hear every day. It feels different because today you are listening in English. You are paying attention. You are noticing the details. You are hearing the world in a new way. You open your eyes slowly. You take a breath. Your day is starting. And in this lesson, we follow this day from morning to afternoon to evening, using clear, simple English so you can learn how to talk about your own day with confidence. But first, let's stay here, in the quiet moment, right between sleep and waking up. Your alarm is still ringing, but you don't get up immediately. You lie there for a moment and think, what time is it? You reach your hand to the side table. Your fingers search and find your phone. You turn the screen toward your face. And there it is. 6:30 a.m. A simple number. But this number is the beginning of your daily schedule. You breathe out slowly. You stretch your arms. The blanket feels warm and your bed feels soft. Part of you wants to stay here. You know that feeling, right? That small fight in your mind when you wake up? Get up. No, stay a little more. Come on. Just 5 more minutes. It's a small conversation, a small battle. Everyone feels it. And today, we bring that feeling into English. You sit up. You rub your eyes. You stretch again. The air in the room feels cool and fresh. You stand up slowly. Your feet touch the floor. And you take your first quiet steps of the day. You walk to the window and pull the curtain open. The sky is a soft blue-gray. The sun is not fully awake yet, but you are. And this is where your morning routine really begins. Maybe your routine is like this. Maybe it is different. There is no perfect routine. There is only your routine. And today, we learn how to talk about it step by step. You walk to the bathroom. Your feet make a light sound on the floor. You open the door. The light in the bathroom is bright, clean, and cold. This is the part of the day that feels almost automatic. You do not think too much. You brush your teeth. You wash your face. You look at yourself in the mirror. You see your sleepy eyes slowly waking up. You see your hair a little messy. You see a new day beginning. And you whisper softly to yourself, okay? Let's start. You leave the bathroom. You walk to the kitchen. Maybe the kitchen is small. Maybe there is only a table, a chair, a kettle, and a few cups. But this small space feels friendly, warm, and familiar. You turn on the light. You take a deep breath. Now comes a small but important question. What do you drink in the morning? Coffee? Tea? Water? Juice? Whatever it is, picture it. Imagine holding it in your hands. Imagine the smell. Imagine the warmth. For you, this drink is not just a drink. It is a signal. It tells your brain, the day has started. You pour your drink. You sit at the table. The room is still quiet. Outside, the world is still waking up. Cars are not loud yet. People are not rushing yet. It is just you and the moment. You take your first sip. Warm, soft, comforting. And suddenly, something interesting happens. Something small, but something powerful. You start thinking about time. Not the time on the clock. The time you need. The time you use. The time you lose. And the time that feels like it runs away from you. You ask yourself quietly, what do I really do every morning? Why do some days feel fast? Why do some days feel slow? Why do some days feel heavy, and some days feel easy? This is the moment when we begin to understand our daily schedule, not just with our words, but with our mind. You finish your drink slowly. You put the cup down. You sit back and breathe. You're not in a hurry yet. You're not rushing. You're just noticing. You're listening to your own life. And that is the first secret of speaking about your day in English. You must learn to see your day. You must learn to feel your day. Then, you can speak it clearly. Now the room becomes a little brighter. The sun is starting to rise. Soft light touches the floor. A new morning is fully here. You stand up and walk back to your room. You choose your clothes for the day. Maybe you wear something simple. Maybe you choose something comfortable. Maybe you choose something professional because you have work or school. You get dressed slowly. And while you do this, you think, what time do I need to leave? Do I have enough time? Am I moving too slowly? Should I hurry? This is another important English moment. Talking about time is not only about saying 7 a.m. or 8:30. No. Talking about time is also about your feelings. I'm early. I'm late. I have time. I don't have time. I'm in a hurry. I'm relaxed. These simple phrases show your daily life clearly. And now, you are almost ready to step outside. You put on your shoes. You check your bag. You look around your room one more time. Everything seems okay. Everything seems ready. But then a small moment of doubt. Did I forget something? We all know this moment. That tiny question that appears every morning. You pause. You check again. You think carefully. Phone? Keys? Wallet? Bag? Water? Everything is there. You open the door. You step outside. And the air outside feels different from the air inside. Colder. Fresher. More awake. You begin to walk. And this walk, this simple, everyday walk, is where your day truly begins to move. You look around. You see the street, the buildings, the cars. Some people are walking fast. Some are walking slowly. Some look tired. Some look excited. Everyone has a different morning. Everyone has a different schedule. Everyone has a different story. And you're right in the middle of your own story. As you walk, you think about everything you have to do today. Work, study, meetings, messages, calls, tasks, plans. Your mind starts to build the rhythm of your day. But today, we take that rhythm and we put it into simple English. Because if you can explain your day in English, you can communicate with anyone, classmates, teachers, coworkers, friends, even strangers. You keep walking. And as you walk, the city around you becomes brighter, louder, and more awake. The sound of traffic grows. The sound of footsteps grows. The sound of life grows. But inside you, something new is also growing. A deeper awareness of time. A deeper awareness of your routine. A deeper awareness of how to talk about your day. All in simple, natural, slow English. You approach the bus stop. Or maybe the train station. Or maybe your car. Or maybe you walk the whole way. Whatever your morning transport is, this part of the day is full of small details. Small details that are great for English learning. You wait. You look around. You watch the people. You listen to the sounds. You feel the morning air on your face. And suddenly, you think about something funny, something simple. Every person here woke up today. Every person here brushed their teeth. Every person here left their home. Every person here is following a schedule. And every person here has a story. Your story might be simple, but simple stories are the most beautiful. They are the most real. And they're the easiest to share in English. After a few minutes, your bus arrives, or the train arrives, or you begin walking faster. And your day continues. But before this section ends, let me give you something important. A thought. A question. A small seed that we will grow in the next section. Why do we talk about our day? Why do we share our schedule with people? Why do teachers ask, "What is your daily routine?" Why do language learners practice this topic again and again? Because your day is the one story you live every single day. You know it. You feel it. You remember it. You don't have to invent anything. You just have to describe what already exists. And when you can describe your day in English, you can describe your life. You can describe yourself. You can connect with people naturally. So for now, breathe. Relax. You have finished your quiet, slow, gentle morning. But the day is not over. Not even close. The day is now moving forward. Slowly, smoothly, naturally. And after that calm early morning, after that warm drink, after you stepped outside and began your day, we arrive at the next rhythm of life. Late morning. This time of day is special. It is not as soft as early morning. It is not as busy as the afternoon. It sits right in the middle, like a bridge between the peaceful start and the active part of your day. And this is where we continue our story and your English listening practice. So picture this moment with me. You are on your way to work, or school, or maybe somewhere else. Your feet are moving. Your mind is slowly waking up more and more. You start to think about everything you want to do today. But something interesting begins to happen. You start noticing time again. You look at your watch. You check your phone. You look at the sky to see how bright it is. You listen to the sounds around you. You begin to feel the shape of the day. This, my friend, is an important part of speaking English about your daily schedule. Because when you learn to notice time, you learn to talk about time. And so, your morning continues. The bus or train moves. People sit quietly. Some are reading. Some are looking out the window. Some are half asleep. Some are already typing messages on their phones. Everyone is living their own morning story. You sit or stand, feeling the gentle movement of the vehicle. You breathe slowly. Your mind feels calmer than before. Your body feels more awake. You arrive at your stop. You get off. And your steps take you toward the place where you spend your morning. Maybe an office, maybe a school, maybe a cafe if you work remotely or study from home. Let's walk together. You push open the door. Inside, the air feels different, warm or cool, but controlled. It's a space made for work, learning, activity, focus. You greet someone. Maybe you say, "Good morning." Maybe you smile silently. Maybe someone smiles at you first. These small moments are part of your day too, part of your routine, part of the story you can tell in English. You sit down at your desk or table. You place your bag on the floor or on the chair next to you. You take out what you need, your laptop, your notebook, your pen, your phone. You take a breath. And your late morning begins. Now, late morning has a different energy from early morning. In early morning, the world is sleepy and soft. But late morning is a time of movement. Things begin to happen. People begin to work. Plans begin to move forward. This is when you start thinking, what do I need to do today? What is first? What is important? What can wait? Maybe you have a list. Maybe you write things down. Maybe you remember everything in your mind. However you handle your tasks, This is the moment when you begin your focus. You might open your computer. You might check your email. You might look at messages. You might open your notebook and read your notes. You take a deep breath and say in your mind, "Okay, I can do this." And you start. But inside this simple moment, this moment of beginning your work or study, there is something powerful that helps your English. Because when you talk about your day, you don't just talk about what you do. You talk about how you begin, how you feel, and how you move through time. So, let's continue the story. The clock says 9 a.m. or 9:30 a.m. or maybe 10 a.m. The day feels young. You feel like you still have energy. You still have time. You still have space to think clearly. You start your task. Maybe you write. Maybe you read. Maybe you answer messages. Maybe you focus on a project. Maybe you listen in class. Maybe you prepare something important. Whatever you do, this is the heart of your late morning. This is the part where you give your mind to the moment. But even here, something interesting happens. Your mind sometimes wanders. It drifts. It moves away from the task. Maybe you think about something you forgot at home. Maybe you think about something you need to buy later. Maybe you think about a conversation you had yesterday. Maybe you think about a dream you had last night. This is normal. This is human. And this is part of your day too. But then, you gently bring your focus back. You say to yourself, "Come on, let's continue." You smile softly. And you return to your work. The time moves silently. 9:15, 9:30, 9:45, 10 o'clock. You might not even notice the minutes passing. But the day continues to shape itself around you. And now, in this moment, let's slow down again. Because I want you to imagine something. Imagine you are sitting at your desk. Your hands are resting lightly on your keyboard or notebook. Your eyes are reading a line or looking at a screen. Your mind is focused but relaxed. You hear a soft sound in the background. Maybe someone is talking quietly. Maybe someone is moving a chair. Maybe a door opens and closes. Maybe a phone rings. All these sounds become part of the background music of your day. You don't pay much attention to them, but they exist. They create the environment around you. They give your day a feeling, a texture. And this, my friend, is important. Because when you learn to describe the environment, you learn to describe your life with richer, clearer English. You continue your work or study. Minute after minute. Task after task. You begin to build momentum, a small wave of focus. And then, something happens. A small pause. A moment when you stop and look around. A moment when you feel the air in the room. A moment when you notice how much time has passed. You check the clock again. And you think, "Wow, it's already 10:30, or it's only 10. I still have time, or I need a short break." This is another part of your day, the micro break. The small rest. The small breath. You push your chair back slightly. You stretch your back. You roll your shoulders. You take a long breath in and out. Maybe you stand up. Maybe you walk to get a glass of water. Maybe you say hello to someone nearby. Maybe you just close your eyes for a few seconds. Breaks are a natural part of the day. And talking about them is also part of natural English. After your short pause, you return to your space. You sit down again. You look at your work. This time, you feel a little more awake. A little more alive. A little more ready. You continue. And as you do, something new appears, the feeling of late morning. Late morning is a special place in time. It is the moment where your mind feels steady. It is the moment where the day feels open. It is the moment before hunger arrives. It is the moment before the afternoon energy shift. You settle into your tasks with a soft, gentle focus. 10:45, 11 o'clock, 11:15, 11:30. And then, around this time, something familiar begins to happen. Your stomach makes a small sound. You smile a little. Yes, you are getting hungry. The body always knows the time, even without a clock. You think about lunch. You think about what you will eat. You think about when you will take your lunch break. And this, my friend, is a perfect English moment. Because when you talk about your day, you also talk about your needs, your hunger, your break time. You continue working or studying for a few more minutes. Your focus becomes slower. Your energy becomes softer. Your mind starts thinking about food more than work. And finally, the time arrives. 11:45, almost lunch. Almost a pause. Almost a moment of rest. You finish the last part of your task. You close your notebook or save your work. You push your chair back. You breathe out with a small feeling of relief. Morning work is complete. Late morning is ending. The day begins to shift. But before you stand up, something meaningful happens. You look at the time. You think about everything you did in the past 2 hours. You reflect for a moment, not deeply, just lightly. You think, I did okay. I finished something. I started my day well. I moved forward. And this tiny moment, this 2-second reflection, is part of your daily routine too. Because your day is not only about tasks. It is about recognizing your progress. Now you stand up. You stretch once more. You take your phone. You walk slowly toward the lunch area, the cafe, the kitchen at work, or maybe you step outside into the sunlight. As you walk, you feel something light inside you, a small excitement. Not because lunch is special, not because it's something big, but because lunch is a moment of pause, a moment of breath, a moment of freedom between the morning and the afternoon. And that is where Section 3 will take us. But before we end Section 2, let me give you one simple English idea. Your daily routine is not about big events. It's about tiny moments. Moments of focus. Moments of rest. Moments of hunger. Moments of thought. Moments that make your day real. And when you learn to talk about those moments in simple English, you become a more natural speaker. The late morning slowly fades away behind you, like a soft shadow moving back into the distance. The world outside becomes brighter, the light becomes warmer, and the day steps forward into a new rhythm. You walk toward your lunch place, maybe a small cafe, maybe a kitchen, maybe a quiet corner outside with sunlight touching your face. Wherever you go, this moment feels like a gentle pause between two worlds, the world of morning and the world of afternoon. You step into the cafe or kitchen slowly. The smell of food is the first thing you notice. Warm soup, fresh bread, a little bit of coffee, a little bit of something sweet. These smells fill the air like a soft blanket. Your stomach feels even more ready now, and you smile without thinking. Lunch is simple, but it feels like a friend you see every day. You choose your food. Maybe something warm. Maybe something light. Maybe something quick. It doesn't matter what it is. What matters is the feeling of the moment. You sit down. You put your phone next to your plate. You take your first bite. And suddenly, you feel your body relax. Your shoulders drop. Your mind slows. Your breath deepens. The work of the morning melts away, and a quiet, peaceful feeling takes its place. This is the special magic of lunch. It resets the day. As you eat, you look around. Some people are talking softly. Some are laughing. Some are eating quietly with their headphones in. Some look tired. Some look excited. And all of them, just like you, are taking a small break from the long journey of the day. You chew slowly. You enjoy each bite. You feel time moving at a soft, comfortable speed. And in this moment, you begin to wonder, what will the afternoon be like? Will it be busy? Will it be calm? Will I have enough energy? Will I finish everything I need to do? These questions are small, but they create the shape of your afternoon. When you finish eating, you sit back in your chair for a moment. You don't rush to stand. You don't rush to go anywhere. You let your body rest. You take one last deep breath before returning to the day. Then you stand up. You throw away your trash or return your tray. You walk slowly back to your workspace or your classroom or your quiet corner where your afternoon will begin. The clock shows 12:30 p.m. or 1 p.m. This is the doorway to the afternoon. You sit down again. The air feels different now, brighter, clearer, more alive. And you feel different too, not tired, not stressed, just ready to continue. You look at your tasks. You look at the time. You take one more breath. And your afternoon begins. The afternoon has a different personality from the morning. The morning is soft and gentle. The afternoon is bright and active. The morning is slow and quiet. The afternoon is full of energy and movement. And as you begin this part of your day, you feel that energy flowing around you. The clock says 1:15 p.m. or 1:30 p.m., and you begin your next task. Maybe you work on something new. Maybe you continue something from the morning. Maybe you join a meeting. Maybe you listen to a lecture. Maybe you help someone. Maybe someone asks you a question. The afternoon is the time when things begin to happen. You lean forward slightly. You focus. Your hands move with more confidence. Your mind feels more awake. Your thoughts feel clearer. But even as you begin, a soft question appears inside you. How much time will this take? Because in the afternoon, time feels different. It feels faster. It feels shorter. It feels more precious. You look at the clock again. Only 5 minutes have passed, but somehow it feels like 2 seconds. You continue working. People move around you. Voices rise and fall. The day feels alive. And then something even more interesting happens. Without planning it, you begin to predict your afternoon. You imagine how the next few hours will feel. You imagine what you will finish. You imagine when you will take your next break. You imagine how tired or satisfied you will be by the evening. These thoughts show something important. Talking about your schedule in English is really talking about your expectations, your goals, your hopes for the day. You continue your task. The minutes pass quietly. Sometimes slowly, sometimes quickly. 2 o'clock, 2:15, 2:30, 2:45. By this time, the afternoon has fully arrived. You feel it in your body. Your energy is steady, but softer than before. Your eyes begin to feel a little heavier. Your focus becomes a little slower. But you continue anyway. At 3 p.m., something familiar happens, the classic afternoon fading. Your mind wanders. You think about the weekend. You think about your plans later. You think about the things you still need to do. You think about coffee. Ah, yes, coffee. This time of day almost always brings that thought. Should I get a coffee? Or maybe tea? Something small? Something sweet. You smile. You stand up. You walk slowly to get a drink. This movement wakes your body. The small walk gives your legs a tiny bit of energy. The drink warms your hands. And somehow, the world feels softer again. You return to your desk, holding the warm cup. You take a small sip, and your mind clears, like a window being gently cleaned. This is the small rescue moment of every afternoon. You start working again. But this time, your focus feels sharp. Your energy returns. You feel ready to finish strong. Time continues. 3:23, 45, 4 o'clock, 4:15. And this is the hour when something meaningful always happens. You begin to reflect on your day. Not deeply, not seriously, but in a small, quiet way. You think, what did I finish today? What do I still need to do? What can wait until tomorrow? What do I feel good about? What do I feel tired about? These thoughts shape the final part of your afternoon. You continue working, little by little. Your hands move more slowly. Your breathing becomes softer. Your mind becomes calmer. And then, you feel it. The gentle change in the air. The soft shift in the light. The small moment that tells you, the afternoon is ending. It's not evening yet, but the day is slowly starting to close its eyes. The sunlight outside becomes warmer. It becomes more golden. The shadows become longer. The world feels quieter. And inside you, another feeling appears, a feeling of completion. You finish your final task. You close your notebook. You save your work. You take a long breath and let it out slowly. This is the end of your afternoon. But before we leave this part of the day, something important happens, the moment of acknowledgement. You look at what you did. You look at the time. And you say quietly inside yourself, I did something today. I moved forward. I am okay. This small sentence, my friend, is one of the most powerful parts of your daily schedule and one of the most natural ways to talk about your day in English. You stand up. You stretch. You gather your things. And you prepare to leave the place where you spent your afternoon. The afternoon slowly fades behind you like a warm picture slipping gently back into memory. The last golden light of the day begins to stretch across the sky, and everything around you becomes a little softer, a little slower, a little quieter. You stand up from your desk or table, and you gather your things with a calm, comfortable rhythm. The day is not finished, but the busy part is slowly closing its eyes. You step outside. The air feels different now. Not like the morning coolness. Not like the warm afternoon. But something in between, gentle, refreshing, peaceful. This is early evening, and it feels like the world is taking a slow breath. You walk down the street, or through the hallway, or toward the bus stop. The sunlight is warm but not strong. Shadows stretch long on the ground. People around you are moving, but no one is rushing the way they did in the morning. Everyone seems softer, as if the whole world is ready to calm down. As you walk, you begin to feel your body relax. Your shoulders drop. Your steps become lighter. Your breath becomes deeper. You think to yourself, the work part of my day is over. Now, this part is for me. And that thought feels warm inside your chest. You continue walking, and with each step, you slowly return to yourself, to the version of you that exists outside of work, outside of school, outside of responsibilities. The version of you that laughs, rests, enjoys, and feels alive in a quiet way. The bus arrives. Or the train arrives. Or you unlock your bike. Or you simply walk home. Whatever your way home is, this moment becomes a small bridge, a soft transition between the world of tasks and the world of peace. You find a seat or find a rhythm in your walk. And your mind begins to drift gently. You think about your day, not in a heavy way, not in a stressful way, but in a soft, easy way. You remember the morning, the warm drink, the quiet steps outside, the busy afternoon, the moments of focus, the small breaks, the small challenges, the small victories. As you think, something surprising happens. You begin to feel grateful for the day, not because it was perfect, not because it was easy, but because it was yours. The bus moves. The train glides. Your feet move along the sidewalk. And the sky begins to change again. The soft gold becomes soft orange. The soft orange slowly becomes a gentle blue. The world cools, breathes, settles. You arrive at your street. Home is close now, and that alone brings comfort. You walk toward your door, feeling the familiar details around you, the sound of a neighbor's dog, the smell of someone cooking, the soft hum of traffic in the distance. You open your door and step inside. The moment you enter, the air feels different. Still, quiet, safe. You put your bag down. You take off your shoes. You stretch your arms high above your head. Your body feels lighter now. You walk into your room, turn on a warm light, and take a slow breath in and out. This is your space, your quiet world, your place of rest. Early evening is like a gentle friend, soft, warm, calm, understanding. Now your evening routine begins. Maybe you change into more comfortable clothes. Maybe you wash your face. Maybe you tie your hair back. Maybe you sit down for a moment, just to feel stillness. These tiny actions, small, quiet, simple, give your evening its shape. You might check your phone. Messages, notifications, a friend asking how your day was. You reply slowly, not in a hurry, because the evening does not ask you to hurry. You walk to the kitchen. You think softly. What should I eat tonight? Something warm? Something fast? Something light? Cooking in the evening is different from cooking in the morning. It is not rushed. It is not stressed. It is not loud. It is peaceful. You chop some vegetables. You warm some rice. You boil water for noodles. You heat soup. Or maybe you open something simple and ready to eat. The smell of food fills the room again. Not like lunchtime, where everything feels bright and active. Here, the smells feel cozy, comforting, like a soft blanket around your evening. You sit down with your dinner. Not in a rush. Not checking the clock. Just slowly. You take your first bite. It tastes warm and safe. And in that moment, a gentle thought appears. This is my time. You eat quietly. You listen to the small sounds around you, maybe a fan, maybe the soft hum of your fridge, maybe the wind outside your window. These sounds are simple, but they make your evening feel complete. You finish eating and sit for a moment, not wanting to move yet. Your body feels relaxed. Your mind feels quiet. Your heart feels calm. You clean up slowly, one small movement at a time. Then you step into your main evening space, maybe your living room, maybe your bedroom, maybe a small corner with a lamp and a comfortable chair. You sit down. You let your body melt into the seat. You close your eyes for a few seconds. The day is leaving you now. Gently, softly, like a wave that pulls back into the ocean. You open your eyes and think, what do I want to do now? Maybe watch something simple. Maybe you read something light. Maybe you check social media. Maybe you listen to music. Maybe you don't do anything at all. Early evening is the time when your soul returns to you, the quiet, peaceful version of you that can breathe deeply. You look around your room. The light is soft. The air is still. And you feel a deep, gentle comfort. This is what it means to move into evening. This is what it means to unwind. This is what it means to come home, not just physically, but emotionally. And this is also how you talk about your evening in simple, natural English. I came home. I relaxed. I changed clothes. I made dinner. I ate slowly. I took some time for myself. I enjoyed the evening. These are easy sentences, but they feel real. They feel human. They feel like your life. And now, as early evening slowly becomes deeper evening, one more gentle question rises inside you. What will the rest of tonight feel like? Because the night has its own story too. Its own rhythm. Its own soft magic. The early evening slowly melts into a deeper, softer darkness. The warm orange light outside becomes calm blue, then quiet black. The world grows still. The noise from the street becomes softer. The sky becomes larger. And the air around you feels different, cool, peaceful, steady. You sit in your room or on your couch, feeling the slow change of the night. This moment is gentle. It wraps around you like a soft blanket. This is late evening, the time when your mind finally, truly begins to rest. You breathe in slowly. You breathe out slowly. Your body begins to loosen. Your shoulders relax. Your thoughts quiet down. The day has already given you everything it could. Now the night gives you space. You look around your room. The light is warm and low. Maybe a lamp. Maybe a soft yellow bulb. Maybe the gentle glow of your phone or computer. Everything feels slower. Everything feels calmer. Everything feels safe. You take a small moment to feel grateful, not in big words, not in dramatic feelings, but in a tiny, peaceful way. You think, I am here. I made it through the day. Now I can rest. This thought is simple, but it brings comfort. You reach for something familiar, maybe your phone, maybe a book, maybe a warm drink, maybe your headphones. Late evening is a time of gentle choices. Nothing is urgent. Nothing is rushed. Everything moves softly, like quiet waves on a calm shore. You open your phone. You scroll slowly. You read messages, look at pictures, watch something light. You smile at something small, a funny video, a sweet message, a calm sound. These tiny moments are part of your daily life and part of your English, too. These are the kinds of things you can easily describe when talking about your night. I relaxed on my phone. I watched some videos. I listened to music. I read a little. I enjoyed the quiet time. Simple sentences. Simple ideas. But they tell your story beautifully. You put your phone down for a moment and listen. At first, it seems like there is no sound at all. But if you really listen, you can hear the small sounds of the night. A soft hum from your refrigerator. A distant car far outside. A gentle wind touching the window. Maybe the faint sound of someone walking upstairs. Maybe the quiet ticking of a clock. These sounds are tiny, almost invisible, but they tell you, the world is still here, but calmer. You stand and stretch your arms above your head. Your muscles feel tired in a gentle way, the kind of tired that comes after a full day of living. You move slowly, like the night itself. Maybe you decide to take a shower. The warm water touches your skin like a soft hug. It washes away the dust of the day, not just from your body, but from your thoughts. You close your eyes and let the water fall over you. This moment feels clean, warm, safe. When you finish, you dry your hair, change into comfortable clothes, and feel lighter, almost new again. You walk back into your room. It feels even quieter now, even gentler, like the night is holding the space for you. You sit down again, but this time, something inside you has changed. You are more relaxed, more peaceful, more connected to the moment. This is the heart of late evening, the moment when you feel fully present. You think softly about your day again, but not with stress, not with worry, just with gentle clarity. You think about what went well. You think about what was difficult. You think about what surprised you. You think about something small that made you smile. You don't judge your day. You simply see it. And this, my friend, is an important part of your English story, the reflection. Because talking about your day is not only about actions. It is about feelings, thoughts, quiet moments, small insights. You sit back. You hold a warm drink in your hands, tea maybe. The steam rises slowly in the soft evening air. You take a sip. The warmth spreads through your body. Your mind settles even more. Your breath deepens. This is the time when people often think about tomorrow. What will I do? What do I need? What do I want? What is important? But tonight, you don't force these thoughts. If they come softly. If they don't, that's okay too. You stand up again and walk slowly around your room. You tidy something small, a shirt on a chair, a cup on the table, a book slightly out of place. Not to clean, not to be perfect, just to create a calm space for your night. You sit on your bed, or you lie down on top of the blanket for a moment. You look at the ceiling. The gentle light makes soft shadows that move like slow waves. You take another breath, a long, gentle breath. And for the first time today, you begin to feel the true weight of your tiredness. Not heavy, not uncomfortable, just natural. Your body knows it is time for rest. But before you go to sleep, late evening gives you one more quiet gift, the chance to enjoy a moment that belongs only to you. You pick up a book. You read slowly. Your eyes move peacefully across the page. You don't hurry. You don't push. The words feel soft and warm inside your mind. Or maybe you listen to calming sounds, rain, soft music, a gentle voice. Something that makes your heart feel light. Or maybe you simply lie there, thinking about nothing, enjoying the silence. This silence is not empty. It is full of peace, full of breath, full of presence. This is late evening. And this is how you speak about this part of your day in simple, natural English. I relaxed at night. I unwound slowly. I watched something calm. I cleaned a little. I sat quietly. I thought about my day. I felt peaceful. These sentences show your real life. They show the gentle rhythm of night. They show that you understand how to talk about the quiet parts of your routine, not just the busy parts. Now the night becomes deeper. The room becomes darker. The air becomes cooler. A soft thought floats into your mind. I think I'm ready for bed. The late evening settles around you like a soft cloud. The warm light in your room becomes dimmer, quieter, almost shy. The world outside your window is calm now. Most of the noise has disappeared. The sky is dark, peaceful, and wide. This is the moment when the night gently takes your hand and guides you toward rest. You sit on your bed or lie back slowly, feeling the softness under you. The blanket touches your legs. The pillow waits for your head. Everything feels simple. Everything feels gentle. Everything feels slow. You breathe in deeply, and you breathe out softly. Your body understands. Your mind understands. It is almost time to sleep. But before sleep arrives, there is a special part of the night, a moment when your day and your thoughts become quiet friends. You lie there and think softly. What did today mean? What did I do? How do I feel right now? You are not trying to fix anything. You are not trying to change anything. You are simply noticing. This noticing, this quiet awareness, is the final step in understanding your daily routine and the final way to speak about your day in natural English. You turn slightly on your pillow. The fabric feels cool on your skin. Your eyelids feel heavier with each breath. You look around your room one last time. The warm lamp glows softly in the corner. The shadows on the walls make quiet shapes. Your things are in their places, calm and still. This room is your safe world. A small world, but completely yours. You slowly reach over and turn off the main light, leaving only a soft glow behind. The room becomes darker, gentler, softer. Your senses become quiet. Your thoughts slow down like a river moving toward the ocean. You lie back again. You feel your chest rise and fall. You feel your hands resting quietly on your blanket. You feel the weight of the day leaving your shoulders. You take one last small look at your phone, checking tomorrow's weather, or setting an alarm, or sending one last message to someone you care about. Good night. Then you put your phone away. You turn it face down, or place it on your table, or slide it into the drawer. That small action tells your mind, it's time to stop. It's time to rest. It's time to close the day. You settle into the pillow more deeply. The quiet air fills your room like a soft, gentle blanket. You close your eyes. You hear almost nothing now. Maybe the quiet hum of a fan. Maybe the distant sound of a car far, far away. Maybe the soft breathing of someone sleeping in another room. Or maybe you hear only silence, the pure, peaceful silence of night. And silence, my friend, is a language too. A simple language. A warm language. A language that says, you are safe. You are calm. You can rest. You pull the blanket up a little higher. Your body feels warm. Your muscles feel soft. Your heartbeat slows gently. Your breath becomes smooth and steady. And then a small, soft thought appears, a thought that feels like the final page of a long story. I did my best today. Not perfect. Not amazing. Not extraordinary. Just your best. And your best is always enough. In simple English, this is the reflection that closes your day. I woke up early. I worked through the morning. I took a break. I ate lunch. I had a busy afternoon. I came home. I relaxed. I prepared for sleep. I am grateful for today. You don't say this out loud. You simply feel it in your heart like a warm, quiet truth. Your breathing becomes slower. Your thoughts become softer. Your mind begins to drift, gently, peacefully, slowly. You imagine tomorrow for a moment, the sun rising again, your alarm ringing, your new day beginning. But only for a moment. Tomorrow can wait. Tonight is for rest. Tonight is for stillness. Tonight is for dreams. You turn onto your side. Your hands find a comfortable place under the pillow. Your body sinks into the bed like soft sand under your weight. Your last thought is simple, kind, and gentle. Good night. And then, your mind releases the day. Your body releases its tension. Your eyes stay closed. Your breathing becomes slow and deep. Sleep begins to rise around you, not fast, not sudden, but in a slow, warm, peaceful wave. This is the end of your day. This is the final step of your daily schedule. This is the last chapter of your English story for today. The soft quiet of the night still surrounds you, even though your eyes are slowly opening again inside the story. It feels like morning hasn't arrived yet, but you're awake enough to think clearly, gently, calmly. This moment, this quiet space between sleep and morning, is where everything becomes clear: your day, your thoughts, your routines, your English. It is like stepping outside your own life for a moment, only to see it better. You lie there for a few seconds, still wrapped in the warmth of your blanket. Your breathing is slow, steady, peaceful. And a question floats through your mind. How do I talk about my day, in simple English, from beginning to end? This question feels gentle, not stressful. You want to understand. You want to speak naturally. You want the words to flow like a calm river. So let's take the whole story, the entire journey from morning to night, and bring it together. Let's turn your day into a clear, natural, beautiful English story that any learner can tell and any listener can understand. You slowly sit up in bed. You stretch your arms. Your body feels relaxed. And your mind feels ready. You imagine yourself talking to someone, a friend, a teacher, maybe someone new you are meeting. They smile and ask you, "So, how was your day?" A simple question. But now you can answer it with confidence, with flow, with clarity. You take a slow breath and begin to speak inside the story. You say, "I woke up early this morning." You pause for a moment, feeling how natural it sounds. Not difficult. Not complex. Just true. Then you continue. "I got out of bed and made myself a warm drink. I like starting my morning with something simple. It helps me wake up." You nod to yourself. This is easy. This is smooth. Then, after that, I got ready for the day. I brushed my teeth, washed my face, and changed into my clothes. These are simple actions, but they show your morning routine clearly. You feel your confidence growing like a quiet sunrise. You continue. "I left the house and started my day. The morning air felt cool and fresh. I went to work and started my tasks." You can almost hear yourself speaking English with clarity, even in a slow, calm voice. You move through your day. "My morning was busy, but I focused well. I took a short break, had a snack, and then went back to work." You imagine the person listening to you. They understand every word, because the words are simple, and the story is clear. You continue. "For lunch, I ate something warm and simple. I relaxed for a few minutes before returning to my tasks." Your voice inside your mind feels steady, warm, and sure. Then you reach the afternoon. "The afternoon was the hardest part of my day. I had a lot to do, but I stayed focused. I took small breaks when I needed them." You feel proud of how natural it sounds. You feel proud of how natural you sound. Then the evening enters your voice. "When work ended, I went home. The early evening felt calm. I changed into comfortable clothes and made dinner. I ate slowly and relaxed." Your story moves like a gentle movie now. You continue. "Later at night, I rested. I watched something quiet. I cleaned a little. I thought about my day. I felt peaceful." These sentences feel soft and warm, just like the late evening itself. And finally, the closing of your day. Before bed, I prepared my things for tomorrow. Then I lay down and took a deep breath. I felt grateful. And I fell asleep. You sit quietly in the story, feeling the whole day settled into simple English. Not perfect English. Not complex English. Just clear, natural, human English. And suddenly, you understand something important. Talking about your day is not about big words. It is not about sounding impressive. It is not about being fast or complicated. Talking about your day is about story. Small moments. Simple actions. Real feelings. Natural rhythm. You smile softly because you can finally feel the language inside you, not just in your head, but in your voice, in your breath, and your calm confidence. You think gently. I can do this. I can tell my story in English. This realization is warm, like morning sunshine. You take a moment to listen inside yourself. You hear your English becoming smoother, clearer, calmer. You feel proud of your simple sentences. You feel proud of your daily rhythm. You feel proud of your progress. You close your eyes again, not to sleep, but to let everything settle inside you. The morning light, the afternoon push, the evening calm, the night peace, and now the whole story of your day, ready to be shared. You say quietly to yourself, "My day has a beginning. My day has a middle. My day has an end. And now, my English can tell the whole story." You breathe out slowly. This is the moment of understanding. This is the moment of clarity. This is the moment when English moves from something you study to something you use. Now that you have told your day from morning to night, it is time to make your English flow. Not just correct English. Not just simple sentences. But English that moves like a calm river, soft and natural. English that feels alive, like a story being told. You sit comfortably. You imagine yourself talking to a friend. Maybe they are sitting across from you at a cafe. Maybe they are sitting next to you at home. They ask, "So, how was your day?" You take a slow breath. And instead of saying separate sentences, you connect them. You make them flow. You imagine the rhythm of speech, like gentle waves moving one after another. You start again. I woke up early this morning and made myself a warm drink. It helped me wake up slowly, and I felt ready for the day. Do you notice how the end connects ideas? How one action moves into the next without stopping? This is the rhythm of natural English. You continue. After breakfast, I got ready and left the house. The morning air was cool and fresh, and I felt awake and calm as I walked to work. You see how small feelings and small details make the sentences richer? You add simple words like and, or, as, or, because to connect your ideas. You do not need complicated grammar. You do not need big words. You just need the rhythm, the connection, the natural flow. The story moves into the afternoon. At work, I had many tasks, but I stayed focused. I took small breaks, and sometimes I looked outside the window to enjoy the sunlight. It helped me feel calm and happy. Do you notice the but, and sometimes? These words are tiny bridges that make your English sound alive. They help your listener feel the story, not just hear it. Now, the evening. When work ended, I came home and changed into comfortable clothes. I made dinner and ate slowly. After that, I relaxed and listened to soft music. It was peaceful. The sentences now feel like a gentle movie playing in your mind. Each sentence moves naturally to the next. The listener can picture everything. The listener can feel the day. Finally, the night. Before bed, I cleaned a little, prepared for tomorrow, and lay down. I took a deep breath, felt grateful, and let myself rest. These 3 actions, cleaned, prepared, lay down, move quickly but naturally. They give a sense of completion. They show the rhythm of your evening. And then, the key to really natural English, reflection words and feelings. These are words like felt, realized, noticed, enjoyed, appreciated, relaxed. You can use them anywhere. For example, I felt happy in the morning because the sunlight was warm. I realized the afternoon was productive because I focused. I noticed the evening was peaceful because I slowed down. I enjoyed the quiet night and appreciated my day. Do you see how these small words bring life to simple sentences? They make your English personal. They make your English real. They make your English feel human. Now, here is a small practice inside the story. Speak slowly, clearly, naturally, using your own voice. I woke up early and felt calm. I drank something warm and got ready. I walked outside and enjoyed the morning air. At work, I focused and took small breaks. In the evening, I made dinner and relaxed. At night, I prepared for tomorrow and went to sleep feeling grateful. Speak it slowly. Speak it gently. Speak it like a story, with emotion, with flow, with life. Notice how it is no longer just a list of actions. Notice how it is a day being lived. Notice how your English is becoming natural. Now, imagine adding small questions that make conversation easier. I woke up early this morning. Did you wake up early too? I had many tasks in the afternoon. How about you? I relaxed in the evening. What do you usually do at night? Questions make your English interactive. Questions make your English feel alive. They let you connect with others. They make your story a conversation. And here is one more secret. Small details make a big difference. Not long sentences. Not hard words. Small, simple details. The sunlight was warm. The coffee smelled good. The music was soft. The blanket felt cozy. The air was cool and fresh. Add one or two of these details in every story. They bring life. They make your English rich. They make your English cinematic. Finally, combine everything, actions, feelings, questions, and small details, and your English will flow naturally, like a real storyteller. I woke up early and felt calm. I drank something warm and got ready. The sunlight was warm as I walked outside. At work, I focused on my tasks and took small breaks when I needed them. In the evening, I came home, changed into comfortable clothes, and made dinner. The food smelled good, and I enjoyed eating slowly. At night, I cleaned a little, prepared for tomorrow, and lay down. The room was quiet, the blanket was cozy, and I felt grateful as I fell asleep. Do you notice how the story now flows? It is simple. It is clear. It is natural. It is full of life. It is English you can speak and understand easily. Now, my friend, the day has ended, the night is quiet, and the story of your day is complete. You have lived it in your mind, your body, your actions, and now in your English. From the gentle morning to the soft night, each part of your day has a rhythm, a feeling, a story. And every moment can be expressed in simple, natural English. Take a deep breath and remember, English is not just words. English is life. English is feelings. English is the rhythm of your day. When you speak about your morning, your afternoon, your evening, your night, you are speaking about yourself. And that is always the most important story. Think back to the morning, the quiet start, the warm drink, the fresh air. You can speak about these moments clearly. I woke up early. I drank something warm. I enjoyed the morning air. Small words, simple sentences. But they carry your feelings, your rhythm, your calm energy. That is your English voice. Then, the afternoon. The busy work, the focus, the small breaks, the sunlight, the quiet reflection. You can describe it naturally. I worked on my tasks. I took small breaks. The sunlight made me feel calm. I finished my work and felt satisfied. Notice how connecting words and, but, because, when, make your sentences flow. These tiny words are like threads that weave your story together. The evening brought relaxation, simple meals, and quiet time. You can say, I came home. I changed into comfortable clothes. I made dinner. I ate slowly and enjoyed the calm evening. Feel how each sentence moves into the next. Feel the rhythm. That rhythm is the heartbeat of your English storytelling. And finally, the late evening and night, moments of reflection, peace, preparation, and rest. You can express it like this. Before bed, I prepared for tomorrow. I relaxed, listened to soft music, and felt grateful. I lay down and fell asleep. Simple sentences. True sentences. Clear sentences. And yet they carry emotion, clarity, and flow. The real magic happens when you combine everything. From morning to night, connect your actions, your feelings, and your small details. I woke up early and felt calm. I drank a warm coffee and enjoyed the sunlight as I walked outside. At work, I focused on my tasks and took small breaks. In the evening, I came home, changed clothes, made dinner, and ate slowly. At night, I relaxed, reflected, and fell asleep feeling grateful. Do you notice how your English now tells a story? It moves smoothly. It has emotion. It is natural. You don't need complicated grammar. You don't need difficult words. You just need simple sentences, feelings, small details, and rhythm. That is how English becomes alive. That is how you speak like a storyteller. Here is the final takeaway. Actions first, feelings second, details last. Always describe what happened, how you felt, and add small details that make it real. Use connecting words. And, but, because, when, these words make your sentences flow naturally. Add questions. Small questions in your story make English interactive. Did you wake up early, or what do you usually do in the evening? Practice slowly and clearly. Don't rush. Speak like a story unfolding, not a list of facts. Reflect daily. The more you think about your day, the easier it is to tell your story in English. Your day, your schedule, your routines, they are all stories waiting to be told. And when you tell them in English, you are not just practicing words. You are practicing life, you are practicing clarity, you are practicing rhythm, and you are practicing confidence. So tonight, before you sleep, say softly to yourself, I can speak about my day. I can tell my story. I can use English naturally. I am learning every day. This is the power of storytelling English. This is the power of simple, natural sentences. This is the path to fluency, step by step, day by day, story by story. And remember, every day is a new story. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, you will have another story. Another day to tell, another day to practice, another day to speak with clarity, emotion, and flow. So close your eyes, breathe slowly, and let your day rest. Your English grows while you rest. Your confidence grows while you rest. And tomorrow, you will tell your next story even better. This is the full journey from morning light to peaceful night, from daily routine to storytelling English. You now know how to speak about your day clearly, simply, naturally, and beautifully. Thank you for joining me on this journey through a full day. Remember, every day is a story, and every story is a chance to practice your English. Speak slowly, notice the small details, and share your day with confidence. Keep listening, keep speaking, and keep enjoying the language. Until next time, this is Super English Talks, helping you tell your story in English.